Hey friends, welcome. My name's OP. I'm an animator in the video games industry, and in this video we'll be doing a blocking of a run cycle. So without further ado, get your Thep Rig and let's start doing this animation. Yeah, we'll do it step by step. We'll block first, then we'll spline in the next lesson, and then we'll polish. So as you can see on the screen here, first what we're going to do, Google run reference, right? So we'll just pick one here. Well, we'll pick this one. This one's pretty good. So we'll use this as reference, yeah? Simple poses. So first we'll do that. So let's get that out the way. And then we'll have our rig ready here. So when you first get this rig, it's going to be zeroed out. So we want to turn it around the other way so it's facing the reference way. So it's facing that way, yeah? So we'll just go to 180 on the Y on the root. So now as you can see, it's right there. So let's get our reference back up. So the first pose is contact. So we can see here the left pose, the left leg, sorry. So let's go and check it out. That one, yeah. So that's going to be forward and that's going to be back. So we know that. Now we want to raise this, we want to rotate, bring this back slightly higher. Now we can leave that how it is. And with this pose here, we want to select that outer control and we want to rotate that. Just have it stretched out a bit, let's push it a bit. You can always tone it down after. It's always good to push, bend this leg a bit. I want it bent. And what we'll do with the root, we'll just rotate it forward because when you're running, you're leaning forward. So we'll do that. So that's the first pose we'll do, yeah. And then what we'll do is we can sort this. Get the hip control here and rotate it forward because the leg that's in front is leading. So what's this? Let's put it at minus 40. Yeah, that's fine. And then we'll let that go. Yeah, that's at 40. So we'll just do that for now. Y is at 0. Okay, that's the first pose, right? So what we'll do, I normally let me just put this to 20, let's say we're on 30 for now. Or should I say 25? Yeah, so playing. Normally grab all of these and just set a key. Rotate and translate key, so everything's got a key, right? And then I'll just go into my graph editor. Turning out on the other screen, but I'll bring it here and I'll just select, I'll delete this end key. I don't know why these keys are here. So we just got keys there, yeah. And I'll select the keys and I'll go here to constant interpolation. So that's going to be blocked. So we're blocking there. Now, if we go to the next frame, it's going to be the down pose, right? So from here, we know, so we're going to move this to say, let's move it to 4, yeah? And then let's select that control and zero that out. And then get the hips. And we want to move it forward, bending, bring this back. Down here, that seems pretty cool there. So we've got that happening, right? And we'll bring this. So if we look at the hips here, it's high there, then low there. There's a little bend there. this drawing is bringing it back here, but we'll keep it like here. Slightly, so we can keep a nice shape. And then we'll just work on the legs for the moment. We'll just get that going. Then on 7, we can see here that leg that's on the floor is behind now. So this leg here is behind now. So what we need to do, and if you follow the trajectory of the hips, if you look at the hips, there's a nice ball there, trajectory, right? So we've got to think of the hips as a bouncing ball. So when we get there, we want to move this forward enough and slightly high, because this is the past high point. Obviously the pole vector we want to move forward because we don't want the knee to flip. We bring this forward here, and in this back one what we'll do is, I believe it's this control is the heel. Yeah, so we use this heel to just bring it up, and as you see that leg is bending, right? So then we'll just move this forward, so it's slightly bent, and we'll just zero the hips out as well, because here it's going to be neutral there. And we'll just move it. We'll just move this forward. So we've got this kind of a falling kind of pose. Bang. There. Key all that. Go to our, as you can see in here, it's still spline, so we'll just put that to constant. So we've got a nice little pose there, poses going, bang, bang. I think this pose, let's go back here, it might be a bit too further apart, so we'll bring that in. To the next pose, which is going to be the main one on the run, which is where the pose that is high, right? Both feet are off the ground. So this goes forward. So what we'll do is we'll move him forward. Got it here, forward. Slightly up, and the foot is bent outward. Move this pole vector out so the leg doesn't flip. And then we'll bring this up. This leg comes up. What we'll do, we've got the heel here, then we'll use the toe, and then we'll move this back. With the pole vector, just move these forward so they don't flip. And just flip this back. So we've got kind of a push happening there. pushing off there, right? So you're feeling the push. So you're getting that kind of and you're also looking for, you know, the overall shape you're trying to look for is like a triangle. So maybe you could lean it forward a bit more. You could have this leg a bit more flatter like that. So you're getting that nice kind of line going through. And then we'll work on the back a bit more as well, the shoulders as well and everything. So that's kind of, yeah, that's that pose. So we'll key that. And the next pose is going to be the contact. So it goes up and then comes down. So then we'll bring this down, forward, down, right? Now we can copy this value here. Where's it gone? This one, which is 0. So if we go here, translate y is 0. Okay, we got it right first. And then we come here.
It looks cute. Okay.
All right. Disturbed my filming. I'll have to do that. Sorry guys, my wife just popped in to give me some tea and she messed up the recording, so let's carry on from where we left off. Yeah. So where were we? So we're on that pose. That's the contact pose, yeah? So what we'll do here, we put y as 0 and we'll use this button control here to create the rotate. So we've got that there. And then this, we'll move this like that. And then we'll just flip the heel back a bit. And then the toe can come forward. So it's got a nice curve to that. And what we'll do is, and then what we'll do here is, you see the hips will have it 40 because the other one was, start was minus 40. Obviously that's the lead. Yeah, set it like that. You can check that out and just key that. So we're getting. Alright, so what we'll do is we'll block this out. Just go to constant interpolation, so it's all like pose to pose. So we're kind of getting that gist there, yeah? So what we'll do, what is this? If we go back here. Okay, so I know for at the start here, we used the whole model. And on this one, we used it like the actual controls in between here. So we could try and change that here. So what we'll do here in the first, well, we can leave that actually. Don't worry, we'll leave it. You know, sometimes you go to work like that, that's fine, you know. You realize later the rig is like that, so that's cool. So as long as it looks good, that's the main thing. As long as what you see on the screen works. So we come to here, and then let's finish the cycle. So we come in here, and then the next phase is this foot is going to be, let's check, yeah, that's going to be zeroed out, yeah, because going to be on the floor, and also X here, we'll zero that out. And then we'll move this forward, and we know there's going to be a bend. So here, down, we'll exaggerate it a little. This follows. Let's put it like that because that's like a better shape. Come here, key this all, and then remember that back leg becomes so that's going forward. Then we just got to sort out the heel here, bring that back in, bring the toe, it's kind of like that. Move this forward, down, something like that. Yeah. Zero this out, zero the rotation out there. Move this forward, rotate this heel because it's rotating up. So it's just gonna take off. That's gonna be the push, yeah. So it's just gonna take off. So there is the same pose. Then we're doing that there. So I'll just key all that. Rotate this. Sorry, make that constant. And if we come here, this is the other keyframe where it's going to be up in the air. So if we select that, we know in the side view this is the highest point, so we move it forward enough so we know this back leg. Move this forward. Move this up. One, that one. Cool. The up in the air pose. And this one too. This one just pushes off. So then we'll go get the front toe, heel, and move that up. Move this up. There, so we've got that. And then what we'll do is we'll just make that all constant. Just pressing this one here constant. Select all the keys, or you can go to curves. Tangents, is it? Yeah, and then you can go to stepped. So it's all like just pose to pose. Yeah, so we're just getting it pose to pose first. That's what we want to do. Little push there, push there. And then we basically want the same pose. So let's roughly see, so if we come back here, It's a little thing I do. So if we come back here and go to outliner, just to get the correct position at the end, we want this pose at the end, right? So we want it at 25. So what I normally do is I'll go into the outliner and I see his geometry, and then I'll just select it and press Ctrl D. That creates a new one here. Then you leave it how it is and go to Shift P, and it brings it out so it's separate. Now, what I do here is I'll go to the end frame and I'll just move the group. So I'm thinking, all right, where will it be? Around here. So let's see the space here. Yeah, so I would say from here to here is about here. So then what I would do is I'd go back here, select everything, middle click the first frame, press the middle click mouse, middle click it, bring it to 25, let go of the middle click, then press key, translate, key, rotate. Now it's created the key, so if you see, it's gone right back to the start. So what you do, select the feet, I mean there's loads of doing it, this is how I do it, and select the hips, and then literally what I do, I go back to 25 and I just move it so it matches. And if you want to really see if it matches properly, I normally turn on wireframe, and then you'll know once they match like that, that's pretty much matched. You can turn that wireframe off, go into this one, you can delete it, you don't need that mesh anymore, and it should match it. There you go. So if we go back up here, that's fine, that's all constant. That's cute. So what we've done there, we've blocked in the poses for the run. Yeah. So if we go back to we're just getting the mechanics right. Okay, so what we'll do now, if we go here, so if we look at the mechanics here, the steps, then there's step, weight shift, right? So now what we want to do, this is the leg where we want the weight to be on. We want it to be on this side, because that's where he's stepping on, right? The other leg is in the air. So all I do is I come back here and I look, all right, step, weight shift, up in the air, step, weight shift, again, just to the side, yeah. Just so we get an idea, and then we can clear that. We can always clean that up later, but it's good to get those mechanics in, you know. And then with the rotation, look at the rotation, we can always clear that up in the polish phase or the next phase. But all in all, that is, we block that out. We'll do the arms as well. We'll do the what do you call it, the torso and the head, everything. Yeah, and then when we come to polish it, we'll add the squash and stretch. Really give it that cartoony feeling. But this is just the basic putting in the poses, and then we can start tweaking them a bit more. And we'll just have a look at it. Sometimes it's good to get away from the computer and then come back again, have a look, use a mirror to look, because we get so used to seeing animation, we think, oh, it looks good. But then when we show fresh eyes to it, you know, we get constructive criticism, which is really important. We need that. But then it's also good to look at a mirror, flip it horizontally. Then you can see if something's not right, because you're so used to seeing it in the right way. It's good to flip these stuff and see it the other way around. So I hope you found this video helpful and you went along with it. We'll do the next video. Hopefully next week I'll get the other video out. We're working on it the weekend. And please like, subscribe if you think anyone will benefit from this video. And then we'll do more refining of this. And remember, have fun animating, you know, make it fun, enjoyable journey. Don't worry too much about other people's artistic journeys. You know, it's not about that, it's about your journey. You know, stick with it, don't give up, and just keep going. Okay, and happy animating, and I'll see you in the next video.